thinking love, kindness, caring, then you're thinking it for yourself. So whenever we think about gratitude, we think, oh, well, you're being grateful to somebody for what they have done, and you're being grateful to the Almighty Creator Source. But in fact, you're expressing joy, and by expressing that joy, you generate more joy. And when you generate that joy, it's very important that the joy you're feeling inside is genuine. If it isn't genuine, it doesn't hold any power, because the only things that find their way back to you are the energies. Even when you perform a deed, it's the energy of the thought behind the deed that matters. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. So, based on the law of cycles, we can really understand that saying that says, love makes the world go round. And follow up to that, which is people make the world go round. And it doesn't matter who that person is. It's a matter of exuding goodness and kindness everywhere. When you're on the subway train, when you're sitting in terrible traffic and somebody cuts you off, that's when it matters. Not so much when, you see a situation where you can actually make a difference. In your mind, you think, yeah, this is a situation I can make a difference. The truth is, you can make a difference all the time, all the time. And especially at your place of work, where there is so much competition, people are disillusioned, people have lost faith in humanity in general. And this is one place where you can actually make a difference by your attitude. And you may think that just even smiling when you walk into a room, you're not giving anybody anything, but in fact, you are giving. So when we talk about our attitude in giving, it's a question of understanding the concept of giving from a completely different point of view. And that's what I would like you to try to do. So we can be grateful for things that others have done for us. But for many of us, in fact, for all of us, we're grateful for our lives and all the good things in our lives. So when you think, oh, I am grateful for all the good things in my life, what do you consider as all the things that are good in your life that you're grateful for? A number of people have shared that with us. Does anybody else have something they would like to share in that context?
I personally am grateful for my entire existence and all of the experiences that come with it. Not just what I think might be good at the moment, but what I know is good for me, even though I might not like it at the moment. Everyone around me at work asks me, how can you always be so upbeat and see something positive in every situation? And I ask them, what is the alternative?
I'll just say that on a good day, I am grateful even when something hurts, because at least it means I'm alive.
Okay. Grateful to be alive. So let's talk about being alive. Why are we alive at all? I mean, we're grateful to be alive. We experience extreme anxiety and fear when anything threatens to put an end to this life that we have. Why are we alive at all? What are you getting out of being alive? Let's put it that way.
I would say that I've had to think about that a lot, because I went through some very, very, very hard times in the past decade. And it really forced me to think that, because there's many times I thought, why am I here? I mean, sometimes it sucks and I don't know if I want to be here, it's so bad sometimes. And I thought about it, and over the years, I've come inside myself to believe that I am here not only for my soul to evolve, going through this human experience, but also I believe that I have ancestors, I'm Korean, and there's a lot of issues that I feel like maybe I'm here to help resolve, and turn that back into love and resolve some of these issues for them. And so in a way, I've taken it as sort of a purpose that, I am here. I'm a representative of my lineage. I'm playing the game right now. They're all on the sidelines watching and helping. And so sometimes it gives me that type of purpose to believe that I'm here for a reason. And also to, that there's a type of mission that I'm here for.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, at least my evolution in the last 5 to 10 years has become from being an isolated, self-sufficient bubble, which is what I thought I was supposed to be, to being very connected to lots and lots of people. And so for me, I feel like I'm here to live life in terms of my 5 senses and marrying that with my spirit, my own personal spirit and my spiritual guides. And that's it. It's like a blade of grass grows. I, as a human being, and am human. And when fear and negative thoughts arise, it's really my job to keep remembering that, I'm human, that's normal. And what I get in trade for that is this amazing ability to live life with all my senses.
So life is a gift that we all have received. And the question is, what did you do to deserve it? Now, there are many people who live and they're very unhappy in their life, but if anything threatens to put an end to that life, they're like, no, I don't want to give it up. No matter how bad it is, no matter how much suffering I'm having. So there's got to be a reason for wanting to continue with it, right? And really, for every human being, each life of each human being is an opportunity to experience. That's really what it comes down to experience. But if you think about it, everything in our life is subject to those 3 laws I talked about. So if it's all subject to those 3 laws I talked about, then it must mean that whatever is happening in your life at the moment is stuff that is coming back to you that you already put out. So, in other words, everything you have in your life is what you have earned. You have earned it. In a way, we thank the Creator Source for all the good things we have. And once in a while, we thank the Creator Source for even the unpleasant things. But most of us, you know, we go to temple, mosque, church, and give thanks for all the good things, all the pleasant things. And the not so pleasant things, we sort of try to downplay them. But in fact, if we're going to give thanks, we're going to have to give thanks for everything we've earned. And the truth is, we've earned the pleasant as much as we've earned the unpleasant. And this is important to bear in mind. And we will continue to earn because there's another law, which is the law of continued movement. The law of continued movement says nothing, absolutely nothing in life is static. Nothing. And you have to really, really carve that into your mind. Nothing is static. Everything is in continued flow or continued movement. And things can change from minute to minute, depending on how you change. The flip side of that statement or that law, which says everything that's come to you, you've earned it. Good and bad, or let's not use good and bad, let's use pleasant and unpleasant. The flip side to that is that everything that has come to you, you must continually earn it. You can never stop. You have to earn and re-earn it every moment, every minute, every day, every year. I have to confess that the day this dawned on me, I was devastated. You mean it's so simple? I have to work at this continuously. And whatever I put out today, I'm going to earn it shortly, or maybe after a long time, but I'm going to earn it. And whatever I have now, if I want it to continue, the way it is now, I have to keep earning it. Just like a farmer has to keep sowing. Once he reaps his grain, he can't say, okay, this is it. He has to sow another crop. So we have to keep earning constantly, constantly. And this is what I would like to leave you with. That you, if you are serious about what your life is all about and why you're living it, and how you can actually live it in such a way that you can be truly grateful, then you would have to begin to think in a more spiritual way. Because whatever it is you're feeling and doing in your spirit trumps everything else that you do visibly. But if whatever you're thinking and feeling in your spirit drives everything that you say and everything that you do, then you will be expressing your joy. And let's substitute the word gratitude in place of the word joy. You will be expressing it in every direction, at every moment. Now, think, we're all living in this world, quote unquote. And we human beings are all spiritual beings. And we're all interconnected because, you know, the saying, no man is an island, right? Every thought that you send out is going to encounter another human being. It doesn't matter who that human being is. And that's what I would like you to take home. It's not just the people that you know or the people that you love, or even the people that you feel empathy for. It's going to encounter some random human being. So if you understand that, then you will start to constantly, at all times, send out thoughts of love, respect, patience, caring, kindness, and the like. If you're angry, if you feel envy, if you feel hatred, if you feel superior to somebody else, and you look down on that person, you're doing it to yourself. You'll find yourself in a situation where you're looked down on, and so on. So what we can do, we can pay everything good that we get forward. We don't have to look back to pay back the person that gave it to us. We only want to pay it forward. And if somebody does something to you that you're unhappy about and you decide you're going to pay them back something just as bad, you really are paying it to yourself. And whatever you pay forward, if, you know, we've seen situations where somebody gets maltreated and he's so angry, he he comes into the house and he kicks the dog because somebody else had, you know, practically kicked him, you know, in the gut. So he comes home and he kicks the dog. Well, that very act guarantees that he's going to get kicked again. But, you know, we're not talking about somebody actually physically kicking you. You know, we're talking about being kicked and in an allegorical way. Okay. The creation of the Creator is perfect. Life itself is perfect. That's the reason we all want to live it. It is perfect because it is driven by the perfect laws that govern it. You don't need to spend a lot of time reading the Bible or reading the Quran or, you know, saying the rosary. Those things are there as guides, but each one of those actually points back to the basic laws. And I would like you to, from now on, if possible, let your understanding of the natural laws, the spiritual laws, the laws that govern life become a guiding force for you. Try to understand them and put them into practice. Put it into practice. Not because your priest told you to do so, or your imam told you to do so, you know, or your rabbi told you to do so. Do it because you understand that you're in this life to make your life the best that it possibly can be. And for your life to be the best that it possibly can be, you have to work at it. You have to earn it every single moment, every single day. That's what I would like you to come away with. Now, many of you are aware that I didn't just wake up one fine morning and start saying all these things. This has been the product of many years of searching and trying to understand life. What drives me? What drives everything that happens in my life? What drives everything that happens around me? And much of that has come, or rather, I should say, I found this book, which I started reading many years ago. And within it, I began to understand, oh, life goes far beyond whatever it is we have been accustomed to believing in our various religions. And life is the only thing that is real. All our institutions, our customs, everything else is transient or temporary. One day it's this way, the next day it's changed. You know, we have laws that say, you know, things are this way, And then a decade later, no, they're a different way. Only one thing remains constant. And that one thing is life. You're born, you live, you grow up, you experience, and then one fine day, you leave. During that interval of being born and leaving, it's in your best interest to truly understand it and make the most out of it that you can, and understand that in fact, there is a place you came from and there is a place you're going. And the laws that have been put into place by the creator of all life are what drive your life, my life, each and every one of us, our lives. And we have to actually become authentic in living that life. And you can only be authentic when you're able to understand how the laws really do operate. Now, this book that I'm talking about, this is the book. It's called In the Light of Truth. It's also called the Grail Message, as in the search. You know how in English literature there's the search for the Grail. Well, the Grail in that context is the source of all knowledge and all truth. So we're all on this search, for knowledge. And the author's name is Abd Ru-Shin, which is an Arabic name. But the author was actually born in Germany. This book, it comes in 3 volumes, like this, 3 volumes. It's not a book of religion. It's not a religious book. It's a book that challenges you to re-examine everything you ever thought, believed, or understood about your life. And it challenges you to become the best human being that you could be. And in becoming that best human being that you could be, you earn that which you have become. It doesn't happen overnight. You have to earn it. You have to work hard at it. And this is what this book tries to tell us, or tries to tell the reader. And like I said, I've been reading this book for many years. And each time I learn something new. Each time I see an area where I could improve. The book is available from, you can get it on Amazon, you can get it on iTunes, you can get it from the publisher. The publisher's website is grailmessage.com. And you can get it as an audiobook, an ebook, and you can download it onto your cell phone as an MP3 and just listen to it. So all kinds of ways in which you can get it. And you don't have to go to a bookstore. You don't have to have a book mailed to you. You can just download it via the internet from the website. Now, what I would like to do is I'm going to read a couple of short excerpts from this book, just so you get a feel or a taste of what it's all about.